Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to TEW 2020 where we are in charge of Impact Wrestling. Now we are edging ever so closer to not only Destination X but also to real time in real life. We are slowly getting back to where they are in real life, which is like the second week of January. We are in the first week of December. So we have 2 more Impact shows before Destination X and the card is starting to take some shape. I think we should just roll on into it. If anything happens beforehand, I'll show you. If not, let's just get straight on with it. So James Mitchell's contract is ending. Obviously I'm going to renew his contract. He plays a big part and is a great personality to have in the roster. As he's good on the mic, so yeah, I'm obviously going to re-sign him. Alright, so we've got a few instances here. So we've got one between Rob Van Dam and Wentz, where Rob Van Dam has taken Wentz underneath his wing as a protege. Brilliant stuff. I was really hoping that would be the case. Yeah, great stuff there. That's just going to help the Rascals out massively as time goes on. So yeah, great stuff there. Then we've got something between Scott D'Amore and Chris Sabin, which is Scott D'Amore passing on microphone tips to Chris Sabin. Wonderful stuff again. And then we've got something between Scott D'Amore and Rhino, where Scott D'Amore is passing on microphone tips to Rhino. Brilliant stuff again. Love that. It's just going to help us out. The more of these veterans that take people underneath their wing, the better we're just going to get over time. So yeah, great stuff. Right, so I'm going to book the show and then I'll show you what happens. Right, so I've booked the show. This is and feels like a go home show. I'm telling you now, you'll understand it when you see it. This feels like a go home show. Now, this isn't the go home show, which I would like to point out. I have planned 2 of possibly the best Impact shows I've ever put on back to back going into Destination X. I do not know how this is gonna go. Obviously me saying they're my best is in like best storyline wise, best built shows. Whether they actually come out the best is a different question, but we'll go into it. Oh boy, oh boy. Right, I just don't know. Let's just get into it. So we start off the show with a 59 rated segment where the Kingdom hype up Shane Taylor's win from last week, and they say that they've got more surprises like that. As soon as they say that, Kevin Nash's music hits. The crowd go mental as Kevin Nash walks out and he goes, "Shane Taylor, you might have got a big win last week and you might say you're the best big man, but you have never beaten me. I'm a legend of the business and I challenge you." Kevin Nash versus Shane Taylor is just about to happen. I don't even know how it's going to turn out. Let's find out. In a 52 rated match, Shane Taylor defeated Kevin Nash in about 10 minutes with a Taylor made. Shane Taylor suffered cracked ribs. Luckily, I wasn't planning on him being on the show next week. Kevin Nash with a 61. Oh my god, Kevin Nash can still go. And Shane Taylor with a 39. He's performing at his popularity. That's not good. That's not good, guys. That means that we're pushing him and he will never be a main event star. That is... that hurts. That hurts a little bit. But yeah, Shane Taylor picking up the win against Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash is very unhappy with me, and Kevin Nash is never going to appear on Impact again. Sorries if you like Kevin Nash, but he wasn't very happy. I bet you Kevin Nash is the issue. Kevin Nash was off his game and he still performed at 61. Oh dear. Shane Taylor sustained cracked ribs. Luckily that's not the fault of Kevin Nash, I guess. Then we've got a 33 rated segment where Trey is laid out backstage and help is called. Scott D'Amore and P.T. Williams come out. They call for help. Apparently they both struggled off script, which is a bit annoying. I probably should have scripted them for this because it wasn't very hard to it wasn't a very long segment, so, but hey ho. But yeah, so Trey is laid out well, Trey's in the main event against TJP and Ace Austin. So how that's going to go, I don't know. But yeah, 33 rated segment there. Decent stuff, not great though. Then we've got a 42 rated segment where Brian Myers finally completes his turn and tells Heath that he deserves the opportunity and not Heath. Like, it should be Brian Myers in that. And Heath goes, fine, have a match next week. You versus me. Prove to the world you are better than me. Go and do it. So yeah, Brian Myers versus Heath will be next week. Heath performed well off script. Let's handle these changes. Let's turn Brian Myers. It was a complete success. Lovely stuff there. 42 rated segment as well. Decent stuff. Then we've got a 52 rated match where Doc Gallows defeated Alex Shelley in 13 minutes with a bicycle kick. That means that the Motor City Machine Guns have lost 3 out of the 4 singles matches, even though technically they've performed better in ring, but they've officially lost them. Doc Gallows with a 44, Alex Shelley 55, a bunch segment. Wow, lovely stuff there, decent match, can't complain one bit. Then we've got a 47 rated segment where Deonna Purrazzo demands respect. She says that Hojo is disrespecting her and the division, and that is why she attacked her last week. So yeah, to say Purrazzo wasn't very happy is an understatement. I don't think she's happy that she's been finally pinned in Impact. So yeah, this is just building slowly towards that match at Destination X. Then we've got a 51 rated segment where RVD calls out Warhorse, and Warhorse says, look, I think you forget how much Warhorse can hurt you. I can do as much damage as you do. You have just got the name, I have got the talent. So it's kind of like Warhorse's confidence is finally coming out. He came into the company, he did well, he got the shock win, and it's like there's this bit of resurgence in Warhorse. It's just created this bubble of just confidence around him, and the fans seem to love it. So yeah, 51 rated segment there, lovely stuff. Then we've got a 44 rated segment where Taya Valkyrie defeated Rosemary in about 14 minutes with the swinging side slam. Rosemary 40, Taya Valkyrie 40. I think we need to finally turn Taya Valkyrie, turn her babyface. I think because she's been going at this for a while, and I think we need to turn her babyface before it's too long, because she is a babyface. So let's turn her babyface. New gimmick got a great rating, lovely stuff, and the turn was a complete success. Lovely stuff. Right, that should be one of our final turns. Well, it should be our final turn for this show. Whether any turns happen in the near future, that's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Anyway, 44 rated. Then we've got a 54 rated segment where Moose had a sit down interview with Matt Striker. Matt Striker, I haven't used him yet, and I think he's good on the mic, and he's also very good for Moose to just tower over and just bully in an interview. So that's what I did. Moose just came in, he was bullying Matt Striker as Matt Striker was asking him questions about EC3. So yeah, just build into that match at Destination X as well. Then we got a 45 rated segment. I did not expect this to be the better women's match on this show. Su Yung defeated Kylie Ray in about 12 minutes with a yellow fever. Su Yung with a 43, Kylie Ray with a 33. This was a hardcore match using weapons. The match kind of ended with Kylie Ray laying it into Su Yung, and then something clicking in Kylie Ray where she realised that this anger was coming out, and she was apologising. She was apologetic to the crowd and apologising. She dropped the weapon, and that's when Su Yung clicked and eventually picked up the win with the yellow fever. So yeah, it's just putting over this fact that Su Young's kind of changing Kylie Ray one after the other. She's changing her. So yeah, and Su Yung picking up a big win. 45 rated, really good stuff here by these two. Then we've got another 45 rated segment where Gargano talks about Young's antics and that he vows to get a measure of revenge against Eric Young from what he's been doing. So yeah, nice segment here. I thought it would have done a little bit better, but hey ho. Then we've got a 50 rated segment where Foley and Armel discuss possible replacements for the main event. Trey comes in and goes, no, you will not be replacing me. This is my well, not my biggest opportunity, but a big opportunity for me. I can get a win under my belt. I can move past my failings against Moose. And Mick Foley and Armel are like, right, if you think you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And yeah, so Trey gets to stay in the main event. This obviously gains heat for so many rivalries because this is the Ultimate X rivalry seeping in. The Armel possibly, obviously not wanting to be an authority figure, maybe wanting to get into the ring a bit more. That rivalry. You've got the TJP versus Ace Austin rivalry being furthered here, and you've also got the North versus the Rascals storyline being furthered due to the attack from earlier in the night. So yeah, decent segment here. Could have been better. I think if Armel and Trey weren't pulled off script, this would have been a really good segment. Then we've got a 50 rated match where Ken Shamrock defeated Jake Christ in about 14 minutes by submission with the ankle lock. Jake Christ and Ken Shamrock have great chemistry. Yes! Come on! Oh, that's great to hear. I could just prolong this rivalry a little bit more then. This was obviously an accident, this rivalry, in a way. I've kind of fallen on the Jake Christ hype train during this rivalry, during the rivalry with Tommy Dreamer. Obviously he picked up the win, which he wasn't supposed to do, and then Ken Shamrock, this rivalry comes along. This involved no weapons, that's important. There was no weapons. This was a straight up match. Ken Shamrock picking up the win here, and yeah, advancing the segment a little bit. And then we've got a 51 rated segment. This is why next week's show is the go home show. This is why. Melissa Santos is with Miro and Callahan yet again, and she says to them both that next week they will be teaming together. Miro and Callahan versus the tag team champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. Yes, it's going to be the Motor City Machine Guns versus Miro and Callahan next week. I have no idea how that's going to go, but it could be brilliant. It could be brilliant. And that's why it's on next week. So yeah, decent stuff here. Miro was struggled off script as well. Unfortunately, it seems like this week a few people struggled off script, which means that it's all riding on the main event. What is it going to be? It is Trey versus TJP versus Ace Austin. Let's find out what it is. It's a 59 rated match. It did save the show, where Trey picked up the win. Trey defeated Ace Austin and TJP when Trey pinned Ace Austin with a Yoshi Tonic, Ace Austin with a 53, TJP with a 53, and Trey with a 50. This obviously gained heat for the rivalries. Did great stuff. TJP was really off of his game, and he's still got a 53 rating, which says to me that the Ace Austin versus TJP match will be amazing eventually when it comes. But yeah, what a way to end the show. I didn't know what to expect because obviously these guys, their popularity isn't as high as it possibly can be. So I didn't know how it was going to go down, but I knew they're all incredible in the ring. So I gave them 20 minutes. I gave them a steal the show, and they did steal the show. So what does that bring the show to? It brings us to a 58. A really good show here. As you can tell, this could have easily been the go home show going into that pay-per-view, but instead it's next week's show. I could have announced the three-way match for next week, but I'll announce that on Explosion, possibly bump the rating of Explosion up a little bit. But next week's show will be incredible. Yeah, I'll just click finish the show there. That show will be incredible, of course it will be. It's got the Motor City Machine Guns versus Miro and Callahan. It's got what else has it got on it? It's got that triple threat match, which we all know at this point will and should involve Phoenix. Which one goes main event? I do not know. Kind of put in the comments down below which one you think should go main event. I will say now, I don't know who the third competitor is in that triple threat. It all depends on the schedule, because it was initially meant to be Phoenix, Warhorse and Bandido. Bandido in recent weeks has been working in Mexico every single time we've had a show. However, this week, on this week's Impact, he didn't, so I need to check that. So it could be Bandido, it could be someone else. I don't know which one to go main event. I am quite happy with either, if I'm completely honest. I don't mind. Obviously, we know who's winning the triple threat match, because I've already hinted at that a few times, that Phoenix is going into that at Destination X. But yeah, we've got some other matches lined up. Obviously, Myers versus Heath as well, and there's some other matches I could throw in there as well. So yeah, there are quite a few matches I could throw in here, there, and everywhere, and I did write quite a few down that I could do, because I usually do about 5 to 6 matches per week. So we'll just see how it goes, I think. Yeah, what mail do we have here? So Impact viewing figures, of course, and then Shane Taylor sustaining. Oh, it was after a botched move by Kevin Nash. That's annoying. But I've just seen here, Mauro Ranallo, his contract's ending, and so's Angelo Dawkins is contract. Don't really care about Angelo Dawkins. Yeah, fucking annoying. Mauro Ranallo though, I love Mauro. I love him. I love Mauro. I'm on the Mauro. I love Mauro. I love Mauro. Shall we get Mauro Ranallo in? That's up to you guys. I'll leave that up to you. Whether we get him in. Obviously, we do have the finances, because I've changed the finances a bit now. We get James Mitchell back. Lovely stuff. But if I go on here, we've got 1,676,758. That will do us for 12 months. So if you want us to get Mauro Ranallo in, I'm sure we can if WWE don't outbid us. But he's the only one there I want. I don't really care about Angelo Dawkins, especially without Montez Ford, because Montez Ford is incredible. But if you want Mauro, I'm more than happy to get Mauro, especially after he's left WWE in real life, due to personal reasons, of course. But I would love to get Mauro in, so that's up to you guys as well. Yeah, I think checking the size of us, we're not really improving at a rapid rate, but there's a few regions that are improving, so nothing to worry about there. But obviously the big balls, let's reset that. Shane Taylor. Yeah, that's helped Shane Taylor a lot, hasn't it? Oh no, he isn't performing at his popularity. He's performing 10 above his popularity. Again, I think that's the second week on the bounce he's performed 10 above his popularity. He's just improved to 34 again. He's improved a lot because we've given him 2 massive wins this month. So he's improved a lot already in December, by about 10. So yeah, he's slowly getting there. If you just look at his stats, he should do well, and obviously his menace and stuff. So over time he should improve, and I'm hoping he does, because he is a good wrestler. I do believe he's good. So yeah, he's got 2 massive wins, and it's nice to see him improving. I was worried he was performing at his popularity. I didn't realise he was at 29, not 39. So if he keeps performing at 10 above his popularity, I don't mind that, because I can just keep scaling him up. And then when he gets to a high popularity, then he's going to put on some great matches. Like now he should be performing at above 40, which, to be honest, I wouldn't be against. I do like that. So yeah, it just might be a little bit more forced to get him up to that title picture than other wrestlers. But hey ho. Anyway, we'll move on into Explosion. If anything happens, I'll show you. If not, we'll just get straight on into it. We beat NXT again! We beat NXT again. Oh my god. So Drake Maverick and Dexter Lumis defeated Brian Kendrick and Karrion Kross in the main event for the tag team titles. 57 rated. We beat them again. We didn't beat AEW, and I'll show you why. I wasn't going to show you, but I will show you now, as we've beaten NXT for the second time. Dynamite had Cody versus Jon Moxley in the main event for the AEW TNT Championship. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? There's nothing you can do to that, but yeah, we've beaten NXT again. Come on! Right, guys, so we fucked up. I heard the news and I didn't put in an extra. I didn't put in a bid for Mauro Ranallo, and now we can't get him. So what I said earlier, ignore that. Right, so I've booked Explosion. It's a bit weak, if I'm completely honest. And there's a worry with Phoenix and Bandido that basically I'm not sure if I'll be able to use them both, because CMLL have just recently signed Phoenix on a deal, so they are contracted to have him above me, and that worries me because if they book him I can't. So I don't know which one of them I can book, or whether I can book both of them. So we're just going to roll on into it. I'll have to find other people otherwise, which won't be a big deal. Well, it will be a big deal, but we'll just have to see what happens. So we start off the show with a 40 rated segment where Warhorse defeated Cody Deaner in 13 minutes with a double foot stop. Cody Deaner with 33, sorry. Warhorse obviously with a 41. Really good performance by Warhorse yet again. Nice stuff here, and Warhorse is getting better at his gimmick, which is lovely to see. Then we've got a 41 rated segment where Melissa Santos tells Warhorse that he's going to be in the triple threat match next week. He doesn't know his opponents, but Melissa Santos says that she's been told that they are two big names, or there's at least one big name in it. So I'm hoping I'll at least get one of them, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, so both of these two seem to have really good chemistry when on the mic together, so I'm just going to keep putting them on the mic. 41 rated, lovely stuff. Then we've got a 24 rated segment where Gamma Singh implodes the Desi Hit Squad. This is it. This is the time we've all been waiting for, viewers. The Desi Hit Squad implodes, and the winner of the next match stays in the company. The others must leave alongside Gamma Singh. And in a 32 rated match, Rohit Raju, as you all probably expected, defeated Mahabali Shah and Raj Singh when Rohit Raju pinned his former tag team partner Raj Singh with the Dragon's Wings. He carried the match with a 36 rated performance. He is the only one to invest in. Mahabali Shah of 25, Raj Singh 26. Not worth it, viewers. It's just not. It probably is if I invested in him like I am in Shane Taylor, but I just don't care about him. Rohit Raju, however, I can see potential in. Then we've got a 44 rated segment where Melina Perez and Tenille Dashwood are backstage, and they're just saying that they enjoy hanging out together. It's just a nice happy time. So yeah, 44 rated segment there, lovely stuff. Then we've got a 46 rated promo by Jake Christ, where Chris tells Shamrock he'll see him next week, he'll see him on Impact and bring toys. And he's surrounded by kendo sticks, chairs, in where Chris is cutting his promo. He's holding the cameraman by the throat, because you can tell that he's holding the cameraman because the camera's shaking, and he tells him to bring toys. Next week, Jake Christie and Ken Shamrock are going to be in a big match. 46 rated, lovely stuff. Then we've got another 46 rated segment where Heath preps for Myers with Rhino. So Heath is just like, right, I've got to get this win, I've got to get this big win before the Ultimate X match. And Rhino's just there, obviously nodding along with everything. 46 rated segment, nice stuff there. And then the main event is a 39 rated match where Angelina Love defeated Madison Rayne in about 40 minutes when Angelina Love illegally used the ropes for leverage. Angelina Love 36, Madison Rayne 38. Not great stuff. Angelina Love was off her game, but yeah, some nice stuff here. 39 rated, classic explosion. As I said, nothing really groundbreaking happened this week, except from obviously the Desi Hit Squad implosion, but no one really cares about that. It's just progress in a few storylines. This is the thing, when Impact is so packed, it means Explosion has to take a back burner a little bit and maybe just have a few filler matches, or just matches to build momentum. So that's what happened. And that results in a 40 rated show here. Decent stuff, not great, not bad. As I said, Explosion's just going to have to go on the back burner until after the pay-per-view. But yeah, really good stuff here. As I said, this felt like a go-home show. Next week definitely will. Tell me what to put as the main event. I guess it all depends on this Phoenix, if Phoenix is in it. If Phoenix is in it, I think it probably should main event. If Phoenix isn't in it, then it's quite obvious which one's going to main event the evening. But yeah, really good stuff here. I'm all ready for Destination X. I've got everything ready to go. It's going to be a big one. The next episode and the episode after, the next episode's the Go Home show. The one after that is Destination X. They're two big shows. Obviously, you know what I do when it comes to pay-per-views. You know how big I make it feel. And oh boy, will I make it feel big. So yeah, this is it. Before the ride into the pay-per-view, hit that like button if you like this video and continuing to love this series. Comment anything down below. I do read and respond to every comment, so please put anything down below. And if you're new here, please do subscribe so you do not miss this moment going into the pay-per-view. Do not miss the pay-per-view, and I shall see all of you guys in the next video. See ya.